The purpose of this video is to show examples of using the Federated Navisworks model for the project. In short, the Navisworks Federated model is a compilation of all of the models from the project, whether they be models from the design team or from different subcontractors. These are all of these models pulled together into one building model that can be viewed, navigated using a program called Navisworks. To access the latest and greatest version of this Federated Navisworks model, you can go inside of LOD Planner, inside of our BIM execution plan, and under section 1 of the frequently accessed links, there is a link there that says folder with latest Federated Navisworks NWD model. If you click on that, it will bring you to that section in our project workspace site. Or if you're already in the project workspace site, you can just click on the BIM button and the current model button, and it will bring you to this same folder. At the bottom of this folder, you'll see a file that has the letters FED for Federated and then the date that this model was created. This is the latest and greatest Federated model for the project. So to open it, you can just click on it and it will download a copy to your computer. Click to open that and it will launch inside of a program called Navisworks. If you don't already have Navisworks on your computer, you can access a free version of it on the internet called Navisworks Freedom. You can download a copy of the model there for your use. Download a copy of the software from the internet, Navisworks Freedom. When you open it, there's this error message that says it can't find a PNG file. Just hit ignore all, and it should open up the model. This is what the model looks like. The first thing I want to show are things called viewpoints, which are basically shortcuts to different scenarios of the building to make it easier to view. So up at the top, you'll see a viewpoint tab. You'll want to click on that. And then down here in this little corner, you'll see a small arrow. Click on that and it will pop up a saved viewpoints box. This box may pop up anywhere on your screen, but it should look like this. These first two items, color equals clash or color equals scope, will actually color your model based on the scopes or based on the clashes. So if I click on color equals scope, it will color the building so that each scope has its own specific color. So I've clicked on color equals scope. The rest of these are levels of the building, so you can click on those to jump you to the different levels. So under color equals scope, if I click on level 1 overhead, you'll see that all of the duct is blue, the plumbing is purple, mechanical pipe is green, just to help you determine which scope is which in the project. This other one, color equals clash, if I click on that one, it recolors the building so that everything is grayed out except for those items that are causing a clash. And then those items are colored in the model according to a chart that you will find in the BIM execution plan under the Federated model that looks like this. So anything that's a clash between plumbing and mechanical duct will be colored purple in the model. Anything that's a clash between mechanical duct and fire protection will be red in the model, and so forth. So if we go back to our model, we've clicked on color equals clash. So now if we click on that level 1 overhead again, we'll see all of this purple are areas where plumbing and mechanical duct are clashing with each other. If we find something blue, that's somewhere where electrical is clashing with mechanical duct. And then these items that are green are because there are items that are running through structural members. So this color equals clash tool will help us identify where the clashes are at and who those clashes belong to. You'll also notice in the saved viewpoints, other sections of the building. You can click on the underground to look at that, jump up to level 2 and so forth. There's also a folder called rooms, which will have shortcuts to different rooms in the building. Right now it only shows 3. As we get moving on the project, when you open it, you'll notice there will be more options there. If I click on one of these rooms, it jumps me right into that space inside of the building. So if I want to go to room 23, program room, click on that, it jumps me there. If I want to go back to that video visitation room, I can click on that and it'll bring me in there. All right. One thing that's useful in the federated model is the measure tool. So if you want to measure between 2 points, say I want to know the distance between these 2 plumbing pipes. I can select those 2 pipes. I click on one, hold the control button, click on the second one, and under the review tab is a shortest distance button. It'll tell me that it is 1 foot 2 1/8 inches between those 2 parts, between those 2 pipes. Now that's the exact distance between them. If you want to know the actual horizontal distance between them, you'll notice that we'll also give you that. So horizontally, those 2 pipes are 1 foot 1 7/8 inches apart. There's also a point-to-point measure tool. This one is useful if you want to measure multiple items from a common point. So we'll erase that one that we just did. You go back into this room. If I want to know the distance of some of these items from the floor, I can use my measure tool point to point, click on the floor, and then on the lock button, lock it in the Z direction. And so now it's locking that measure tool in the Z direction. So as I click on different items, it tells me how far off the floor each of those items are. It becomes useful in the field for quality control checks, check items, make sure they've been installed to the correct elevation. Now this building has been sectioned to the level that I selected over in the viewpoints, but if I wanted to change that section, there's a section tab that I can click on, and then there's a move button. If I highlight that, it brings up these arrows. If I grab this arrow, pull it up, you'll see that it'll section that building up and down. Now, if I wanted to add another section or view a section from another direction, up here in the plane settings, there's 6 different cutting planes that you can add to the model. So I can add a second cutting plane, say that I want to align it to a surface, click on this wall, and now it's cutting the building from the side and get a nice elevation or section view. Like I said, you can add up to 6 different sections of the building if you would like. All right, go back to my color equals scope. One other thing that I want to share is if you go to the Home tab, there's an area called Selection Tree. If you click on that one, this is a list of all of the models that are found inside of the federated model. Right now, this is just the design models, but once in the middle of the project, as each subcontractor has added their models, you'll see a list of all of those different models in the project. And so in this design model, you'll see that we have a plumbing model, an HVAC model, steel models. So if I wanted to see just the steel and the ductwork, I can use the control button, hold it down, select those two models by themselves, right click and say hide unselected. And now the only thing visible in the model is the ductwork and that steel. Maybe I do this and I want to see the plumbing also. I can go back, click on the plumbing, right click and uncheck the hide, make it visible. So you can use the selection tree to pick and choose which items that you want to make visible in the model if the overall model is a little bit too cluttered to focus on the items that you want to see. So together you can use this with the section tools, with the measure tool to really get a nice accurate representation of what you're looking for. If there's something in the model that you want to then capture and put in an email or document for something else, the easiest thing is to use the snipping tool that comes with your computer. You can type snipping down in the toolbar, or I have a shortcut of it on my toolbar down below. So you can use that to select certain snippets where you can then email or save that image to save or send to somebody later. So those are the basics of the federated model. Again, it will be updated typically every week during coordination, and then after coordination, updated at least every 3 months for the project. And again, that can be accessed through the project workspace site in the current model folder down here at the bottom.